So pretty easy, straightforward video today. This is how to prepare, part of how to prepare, but a very, very critical part for a listing appointment. How many times have you gone to a listing appointment and you have your comps prepared and you get there and, oh, they added 500 square feet that you weren't aware of. So now this bumps it into a whole different category as far as your percentages and tolerances on your plus and minus square foot, puts it into new pricing territory. Has that happened? Have you gone to a listing appointment and not been aware that they have done a fully remodeled kitchen? I've had one where they filled in the pool. Okay, so pool's not that important, but the point of this video is you don't want to go to a listing appointment with your pants down, okay? Caught off guard. What happens is if you don't have the comps, if you're not prepared, you didn't do your homework and another agent did, they are getting that listing, you're not. Maybe that seller's not interviewing other agents, so you don't have that threat, but you're probably not walking out with a signed listing agreement, or at least not using a number that you're confident on because you showed up unprepared. All right, so this is a simple document that my team uses. So when we have a phone consultation, which is required, that's a requirement. We talk to people before we go to a listing appointment. We need to know their motivation for selling. We need to know a number of things, but we specifically need to know what's on here. So that way my team member who goes on that listing appointment is completely prepared and the chances of walking out with a signed listing agreement is significantly higher. So I know that most people will ask, oh, have you done any work to the home recently that we should know about? What can you tell us about your motivation for selling, right? That's an important one, understanding the seller's motivation. But we go a little bit further. So this document, I'm not going to go through the whole thing just for the sake of brevity on this video. But if you want a copy of this, just drop your email address below and I will gladly send this to you. This is something that I have open. So whenever I'm making my prospecting calls, I have this on my computer in front of me. So when I get that person on the line and I'm going to set that listing appointment, I start asking all the questions. So what a really important one is owners/decision makers. It's not always the same thing. You need to understand the difference and you need to verify that anybody on title or decision maker will actually be present at the time of your listing appointment. For those seasoned listing agents out there, you understand just why this is so important. Why are you selling? It says, why are you selling? I hate the word why. What's important to you about selling? Tell me about the motivation of selling. The word why can put somebody on the defensive or make that person feel like they're being questioned in some type of negative connotation or like they have to defend their action or their motivation. So what's important to you about selling? Could you describe your house? How long have you owned your property? What sold you on your home when you bought it? How did it stand out compared to other homes? Have you done any updating? If you were to stay in your house another 5 years, what would you do to it? For a moment, pretend that you're a buyer and you're looking at your home through buyer's eyes. How would you rate it 1 through 10? What could make it a 10? What would it take for your house to be a 10? What are you going to be asking for the property? Now, that's a question a lot of people don't want to ask, but it's unbelievable the type of response you get. Different video, different time, hit me up directly, but don't be afraid to ask that question. You will be surprised how much information you give and how that can help you when it comes to pricing and preparing for that listing appointment. Have you had a recent appraisal? Guess what? We've had people say yes. Be nice to get a copy of that, right? Have you recently refinanced? Do you own your property free and clear? What are 3 things you're looking for in a realtor? Notice I pronounced that correctly. Realtor, 2 syllables. Are you interviewing other realtors for this job? Ask that question. Don't be afraid to ask. When should you be in that sequence? My opinion is you always want to be last. Ask me and I'll gladly do a video on that. Have you sold a property before? When are the other agents being interviewed? Have you considered for sale by owner? Okay, so there are more things on here. Knowledge is power. The more information you have going into that appointment, the higher the probability of you walking out with a signed listing agreement. So if you would like a copy of this, just drop your email address in the comments below. No spam ever. Happy to send this to you. If you know other agents in this industry, regardless of where in the country they are, who would benefit from this type of content, if you're seeing this on YouTube, please share this video. Ask people to subscribe. If you're seeing this on Facebook, then you can invite people into this group on Facebook. It is a closed only, by invite only group, but do invite people, and I will be sure to approve them as long as they meet some very basic minimum criteria. Thank you.